All right, let's dive right into this explainer and decode some everyday Brazilian Portuguese slang. Because, if you've ever listened to Brazilians casually chatting, you've probably felt like you're missing out on some secret code. Textbooks are great for the basics, absolutely. But the real magic, that happens in the slang. So today, we're going to unlock that code together.
Are you ready to actually sound like a local? We're going to take some of this confusing local jargon and turn it into highly usable conversational tools that'll literally make you sound like a native. Whether you're planning a trip to Rio, chatting with your friends online, or you're just a massive language nerd like us, mastering these informal expressions is the absolute key. It's not just about memorizing words, it's about getting the humor, the timing, and the whole cultural vibe behind them.
Okay, Section 1. The Ja Dilemma. Navigating agreement and missed opportunities. We're starting with two phrases that sound almost exactly the same to a non-native ear, but trust me, they carry wildly opposite meanings.
Now, what's really interesting here is the stark contrast between happily confirming a plan and that crushing realization that an opportunity has completely passed you by. Take the phrase já é. That translates to something like all set or deal. It's super positive, it's forward-looking. But then on the flip side, we have já era. And this means it's over, no longer possible, or just too late. It's crazy, right? Two tiny words, but a massive, massive difference in outcome.
So, let's look at a real-world scenario. Let's say you're just hanging out and your friend turns to you and asks, "Você pode me ajudar depois?" Which simply means, "Can you help me later?" It's just a standard, casual request, and you want to let them know, "Hey, I've got your back, the plan is confirmed."
To enthusiastically agree, you just give him this quick, punchy confirmation. You just say, já é. It's literally like saying sure, or consider it a done deal. It locks in the plan with this really friendly, localized energy that is so much more authentic than just giving a boring yes.
But, okay, what happens when you're running super late? Picture this. You slept right through your alarm, you're sprinting down the hallway of your school, you throw open the door completely out of breath and frantically ask, "A prova já começou?" Has the test already started? You're just hoping against hope you still have a chance.
And this brilliantly illustrates the brutal finality of já era. The person at the desk looks right at you and says, "Sí, já era para você." Yep, yes, it's too late for you. The window has slammed shut. The opportunity is completely gone. It's a phrase that leaves literally zero room for negotiation. You totally missed the boat.
Moving right along to Section 2, the art of the Migué, humor and excuses. Let's see how dodging responsibility becomes a creative, almost humorous art form when we really, really don't want to do something.
So, what exactly is a migué? Well, it's a massively popular slang term in Brazil used in informal conversations to describe a lame excuse, a lie, or just a blatant attempt to dodge responsibility by making up a totally fake story. But here's the crucial context. While it technically means telling a lie, it isn't malicious at all. It's actually a playful, kind of self-deprecating way to wiggle out of a problem. It's all about exaggeration and humor.
Come on, have you ever tried to get out of doing the chores with a highly convenient excuse? Imagine looking your roommate dead in the eye and saying, "Eu ia lavar a louça, mas o sabão acabou." Basically, I was going to do the dishes, but we ran out of soap. It's the perfect crime, right? You're showing the intent to be helpful, but alas, the universe conspired against you with a tragic lack of detergent.
Well, your friends in Brazil will immediately laugh and call out your fake story. They'll look right past your little excuse and hit you with, "Isso é migué, você só não quer lavar." That's a lie, you just didn't want to do it. And honestly, that's the absolute beauty of this slang. It lets people call out your laziness without it turning into some serious, heavy argument. It keeps the whole interaction super light and funny.
Here's another classic setup where someone invents a sudden family visit to get out of a social event. We've all been there, right? You get invited to a party you have absolutely zero energy for, so you type out a quick text. "Não vou porque minha tia tá vindo me visitar." I can't go because my aunt is visiting me. Ah yes, the mysterious, perfectly timed aunt visit.
But your friends know your aunt lives 3 states away. So they reply immediately with, "Isso é migué." Calling this out adds such a great touch of humor to everyday situations. In Brazilian culture, recognizing and playfully attacking at migué is basically a sport. It's a fun bonding experience over shared, ridiculous excuses. All right, Section 3, committing a huge vacilo, mistakes and carelessness.
Now we're shifting from playful excuses to acknowledging genuine errors in moments of total carelessness. Because, not every slang word is about having fun. Sometimes you just need the perfect word for when someone really messes up.
A vacilo is deeply rooted in informal communication among friends. It's widely used to describe a mistake, an act of sheer carelessness, or just an inappropriate action. And it's a super versatile word, mainly because the emotional weight behind it changes entirely based on what exactly went wrong. It can convey anything from mild frustration to deep disappointment, or even humor.
So there's kind of a sliding scale of severity here, from minor slip-ups to massive social offenses. Think about these 3 distinct levels: leaving your phone at a cafe, failing to apply for a job you'd be perfect for, and then the ultimate sin, forgetting someone's birthday. Let's break down exactly how Vacilo applies to these very different moments.
This first scenario perfectly captures that immediate, self-directed frustration when you realize you've been totally careless. You pat your pockets, your stomach drops, and you just exclaim, "Deixei meu celular no café. Que vacilo. I left my phone at the cafe. What a mistake." In this case, you're really just mad at yourself for a temporary, annoying lapse in judgment.
But if you commit a severe offense, the tone shifts drastically toward deep disappointment. If a good friend looks at you and says, "Você esqueceu meu aniversário? Isso é grande vacilo." Trust me, they aren't laughing. You didn't just misplace an object, you hurt their feelings. That is a huge mistake. The word vacilo perfectly molds itself to hold the heavy weight of that disappointment.
Finally, part 4. Start your Brazilian journey. Next steps. The crucial takeaway here is that mastering these informal terms unlocks an entirely new level of cultural connection. You aren't just memorizing vocabulary, you're actually learning how to agree like a local, joke around, and express the exact right flavor of disappointment. It brings the language to life in a way no textbook ever could.
So, if you want to learn more fun slang and everyday expressions, you should absolutely start your journey and check out the folks at Teachers from Brazil. Engaging with actual teachers from the region is hands down the best way to grasp not just the definitions, but the true cultural heart of the language. They can guide you through the real nuances of every single já and every migué.
So, I've got to ask, which of these slang words will you use to get out of your next chore? Think about which of these phrases you might secretly try out today. Are you going to excitedly confirm a plan with a loud já? Or are you currently plotting the ultimate migué so you can avoid folding your laundry tonight? Language is a living, breathing code. Now that you've got the key, what conversations are you going to unlock today? Keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.